Greetings from Christ Academy. I'm Advait Rajesh from class 10. To navigate mental health challenges, to know what mental health really is, why it matters, and on how to contribute on creating a easygoing, secure society to foster one's growth. I am thrilled, I'm honored to introduce and to welcome Mr. Nikhil, who has been a strong voice in advocating mental health awareness. As a student, I'm exposed to my playground, my school. So what are some steps that teachers, counselors, our parents can take in order to ensure and facilitate the fostering of mental health and have students with strong mental health as time passes?
Okay, so that's a really good question actually. So there's always this generation gap between parents and children, and what I've noticed, what I've personally seen is that parents, while they have, in their generation, they struggle to have their basic needs met. But children of this generation do not have that difficulty. They do not think about that. They have their basic needs met, but they don't have their psychological needs met. And parents can't understand that children have these psychological needs that need to be met. And a way to go forward with this is for parents to suspend their judgments. Often I found that parents would give advice immediately, even before listening to the concern, they would go ahead and give advice, which is probably the child is not ready to receive it at that time. They're probably venting about the problem they have, they're ready to get the solution yet. And many children undergo various sorts of abuse. It might be bullying in school, it might be a sort of sexual abuse. And these things are very real, and the number of these cases are increasing every day. So it's tantamount that teachers, parents, counselors are all able to provide a safe space for these children to be able to come out and share these things, because there's a lot of shame around more than just mental health concern. There's a lot of shame around being abused. Children especially might blame themselves, and they might not feel safe to talk to anybody about it. And when that happens, that child might continue to be a victim of abuse, and we want to avoid that. So the most important thing is to suspend judgment and wait and allow the person who is speaking, the child who's speaking, to speak until they are finished, and that would give them that space to come up and get more help when they need it.
Mr. Nikhil, in the new world as we navigate the new challenges, what are some misconceptions, some myths pertaining to mental health awareness that is present prevalently?
All right. So firstly, there's this total misunderstanding between mental health and mental illness. So mental health is when somebody struggles with their emotions and not able to develop good relationships and are basically not doing well in life. They are unhappy. While this does not mean you have a mental disorder, this could mean that your mental health is struggling. While having a mental disorder means that you need to be diagnosed by a practitioner or psychiatrist who would diagnose you with a condition and say, yes, you have a condition and you need a certain sort of intervention. That might be medication or therapy. So the first thing is to understand that there's a difference between the two. While somebody with mental health concerns might not have a mental disorder, it's also possible for somebody with a mental illness to still have good mental health.
So proper demarcation between mental health disorders and mental health challenges on a whole. All right.
So poor mental health, you go to therapy, or you can even work on it by yourself. Probably using self-help books could be something that helps you to improve your mental health. But that doesn't mean that you have a disorder. So there's a clear distinction between the two. So firstly, I just like to make that point so that further from there I can elaborate on that. And there are also certain sentences that I use, like probably somebody who is struggling with depression might be told to walk it off, or you're being too sensitive. And when the person who is struggling hears it, their problem just gets worse. They feel like there is no one to understand them, there's no one to help them, and they are isolated basically. And so avoiding these kind of things would really help people to come out with their concerns, and I guess spreading the awareness about what depression is and anxiety is. These are the basic mental illnesses. There are many others, but these are quite common. Depression and anxiety is quite common. So spreading awareness is something that would help break these misconceptions and also allow people to reach out for the right kind of help that they need.
So summarizing on a whole whatever you said, identification of the problem is important, and demarcation, a proper separation between what mental health disorders and illness is important.
Mental health and mental disorder.
Mental health and mental disorders. And navigating these challenges alone is not an option. It is an option, but then it's more preferable that you go and open up, right? And thank you for your words. It'll truly be implemented, not just by me, but by the thousands of viewers who are watching it online. Thank you for being with us. Have a great day.